The night Titanic never let go. Everyone knows the name Titanic, but what most people think they know is only half the story. April 14th, 1912, the Atlantic Ocean was calm, too calm. Passengers on board called it a perfect night. Music floated through the grand halls, glasses clinked, laughter echoed. The ship everyone believed was unsinkable cut through the dark water like a dream made of steel. But dreams don't warn you before they turn into nightmares. A ship full of hope. Titanic wasn't just a ship, it was America's future floating on water. Millionaires in first class talked about business deals and new cities. Immigrants below deck whispered about fresh starts, American streets, and second chances. Among them was Daniel Harper, a 24-year-old clerk traveling to New York for a new job. He wrote one line in his journal that night: "If this ship is truly unsinkable, then maybe my life can finally be the same." He had no idea those words would become cruelly ironic. 11:40 p.m., the moment everything changed. The impact was soft, not a crash, not a scream, just a long, cold scrape. Some passengers didn't even look up from their cards. Others felt a strange shiver beneath their feet, like the ocean had gently knocked and been invited in. Below deck, water began to crawl across the floor, quietly, patiently. Denial is the most dangerous lie. Crew members told passengers there was nothing to worry about, just a precaution, please return to your cabins. The band kept playing, and that's the terrifying part. The Titanic didn't feel like it was dying. It felt embarrassed.
As if it didn't want anyone to notice. The cold truth surfaces. Daniel stood on deck as lifeboats were uncovered. Too few, far too few. That's when the truth hit harder than the iceberg ever could. Not everyone was meant to survive this night. Women and children were escorted forward. Men stepped back, some willingly, some in shock. Daniel saw a mother wrap her scarf tighter around her daughter and whisper, "Close your eyes, pretend we're home." The ocean takes its first life. At 12:45 a.m., the first lifeboat touched the water. From above, it looked peaceful. From below, it sounded like goodbye. The ship tilted slightly, just enough for everyone to feel it, just enough to destroy hope. Panic has a sound. It's not screaming, it's silence, followed by realization. People prayed, people begged. Some just stared into the dark, unable to accept what was coming. Daniel helped a stranger into a lifeboat. When the man thanked him, Daniel only nodded, because he knew there would be no seat for him. The last song. At 2 a.m., the band played one final song. Some say it was "Nearer, My God, to Thee." Others say no one truly remembers, because grief distorts memory. But everyone agrees on one thing. The music didn't stop until the ship could no longer listen. The final minutes. The bow disappeared beneath the ocean. The stern rose into the air like a monument to human arrogance. Daniel clutched the railing as freezing wind tore through his coat. His last journal entry was never finished. Just 5 words smudged by water. "I thought steel meant forever." At 2:20 a.m., Titanic broke apart. The ocean rushed in. Not angry, not cruel, just inevitable. After the silence. The screams didn't last long. Cold doesn't allow it. Over 1,500 lives vanished into the Atlantic that night. When rescue ships arrived, they found lifeboats drifting among ice and memories. Daniel Harper was never found, but his journal was. Why Titanic still haunts America. Titanic isn't remembered because it sank. It's remembered because it showed the world something terrifying. Technology can fail. Power can sink. And certainty is an illusion. More than a century later, Titanic still whispers one question to anyone who listens. What would you do if you knew you had minutes left?